getting set to hang out with you for 6 friggin' hours on Sunday, getting you set for kickoff of the AFC Championship game between Mahomes and Lamar Jackson and the Chiefs and the Ravens. A longtime Pro Bowler in the league and now a friend of ours on NFL Network, Gerald McCoy. Good to see you, Gerald. How are you?
Hey, Rich. How you doing?
Well, I thought of you yesterday. You were one of the first people I thought of for various aspects, and I didn't even know the finalists for Defensive Player of the Year were going to come out, and I'll ask your 2 cents on that.
Yes.
But as soon as Jim Harbaugh was named head coach of the Los Angeles Chargers, I got a text from my Rich Eisen Show compadre, Chris Brockman.
Right.
Chris, what did you say about Justin Herbert now that Harbaugh is going to be his head coach? What did you say?
MVP incoming.
Okay, so then I thought of you because you, last you were on this show, did not include Justin Herbert as an elite quarterback in this league. And I'm like, let me get Gerald on to see if he feels the new coach there can actually change his mind. And that's how I send things over to you, Gerald McCoy.
Rich,
yes, sir.
On our NFL Game Day morning show,
yes,
I made a vow to not speak on Justin Herbert.
I heard that.
You
Too bad.
are going to.
This is not NFL Game Day morning. This is not NFL Game Day morning.
Okay. I have nothing bad to say about him, and I do believe, I don't know about MVP, but I do believe this is a positive for him. I do.
Okay.
I think he's going to learn to manage the game better. I believe that some of the bad throws he makes, he's going to make better decisions because he has elite talent. But I think it's some of his decision-making in key moments and the lack of some of the things he's done. But he has the ability and talent to be elite, and I think this is a great hire for him.
Okay, so what do you think Harbaugh can do? What have you seen what a coach can do to connect to a quarterback that makes you think this is the fit that can maybe unlock Herbert?
Well, Gerald? a lot of people don't understand that the connection, coaching is a big part of a lot of players, and I think a big part of Herbert's issues was coaching. And we've seen what Harbaugh has done in college. We've seen what he did with Kaepernick when he was with Kaepernick and after he left Kaepernick. So coaching is huge, and I believe that he's going to unlock some things in Justin Herbert that we haven't seen. We see the talent, but it's just the minor details to put him over the top that's going to catapult him into the elite category.
And what do coaches who come in with a track record like Harbaugh, what do you think is happening in the Chargers locker room right now when they hear this news that he's coming?
Oh, they know he's got a great track record of being a winning coach. Now, I know some of the guys I talked to when he was in San Fran, people didn't understand why he got fired or let go. It was, some coaches come from college, come to the NFL and forget that you can't coach college guys the way you coach NFL guys. College kids are kids, and you can coach them differently than these grown men with wives and kids at home. And he was a little over the top in San Fran. Now, they were winning, but winning masks a lot. So when you're winning, you kind of look past all the similar to Bill Belichick. We've heard the stories. Tom kept everything afloat. Like a lot of the players said, man, he's just, he's a little aggressive. He's kind of a tyrant, but they were winning. So it's like, you don't care. That's how it was in San Fran. But once they started, losing a little bit, guys kind of got fed up. So I think with him coming in, having been in the NFL, went back to college and came back, I honestly believe he's going to learn from what he did the first time. And all the positives that he had in San Fran are going to show in L.A. And I think it's a great hire. And L.A., everybody need to look out because I think it's going to be really good.
Gerald McCoy here on the Rich Eisen Show. And on the flip side, the Michigan program appears to be heading, is what it says, towards Sherrone Moore being the head coach. Now, another reason why I wanted to have you on is to talk about him, because Sherrone Moore is a college teammate of yours, correct, Gerald?
Yeah, I don't know what school we went to, but
Nice. You got thirsty there, huh? What is that, soup? We got some soup there? Is it a little chilly there in Texas?
I've been a little under the weather.
Okay.
I've been a little under the weather, so just a little tea.
Okay, very good. I like.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, tea. It says an O and a U on that mug. What are you talking about? Okay.
Yeah. So we played together. He's an offensive lineman at OU, and when he was there, he was one of the smartest players on the team. Extremely hard worker. So when he went into coaching, I said he's going to be one of the best coaches because I seen how he used to be at practice. He used to be telling all the starters, like, do this, this, and this, 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 and this. He was one of the smartest guys on the team. So to see his elevation and his passion, the passion you seen when he was crying after they won, some people gave him a hard time. Other people seen his passion. The people who know him know that's just him. He's very passionate about what he does. He loves his teammates. That's how he treated us. He loved his teammates, so I know he loves his players. And he loves Michigan. I talk to him all the time. He loves that place. So if he does get hired as the head coach, they're getting the right guy because he's going to give that place everything he has. And I ran into him when I was at the Bucs game. He was actually in Tampa. He was already back recruiting. So he didn't waste no time. He's already back on the road trying to make the program better already. So I believe he's the right hire, and I'm excited to see it. I'm hoping that he gets the job. I think he's the right guy. So we'll see.
I would be stunned if he doesn't get it. I mean, because again, Gerald, what tougher position can a coach be put in than not knowing if he's going to be the head coach before the biggest road game of a season that is in jeopardy of falling apart?
Absolutely.
And the fact that he had no idea when he got on the plane to Penn State, and that it seemed like when they got off the plane, he might be the coach, and then you wake up on game day and you still think you might be the head coach. You don't know. I mean, who? And then you're going to be coaching against Ohio State.
Right.
And for them to win those games, and you hear the players basically say he should be the guy. He should be the guy. That's the guy I want. That's the guy I want.
He should be the guy. And if that's what everybody's calling for, I understand that, the AD and they have to make the right decision. But it's similar to when Lincoln Riley left OU. Everybody was saying, get Brent Venables, get Brent Venables. The players, the former players, the former coaches, the fans. If everybody's calling for this guy, it's just like it's the right hire. So I don't see why, you would go out and he's in-house. He knows everything about the program. He knows all these kids. He's involved with the recruiting. You don't have to teach any new scheme and all that. It's the perfect hire.
But he was a guy that when you were playing, saying that he's got those chops, right? And then I'm just wondering if he's got the chops for program building post Jim Harbaugh.
Oh, absolutely. That's what he was about, man. If you look at what he was doing with that offensive line at first, look at his elevation. He had how he was making the offensive line go, and they were so cohesive, and then he just kept going up in rank. It's like he's showing you at any level he can be successful. So
Gerald McCoy here on the Rich Eisen Show. And before we get to Championship Sunday, a couple other items I want to hit with you. Dave Canales just left your Bucs to go be the HC in Carolina. What's your 2 cents on that?
I think he came to Tampa, and when he came, nobody knew what was going to happen. Freak, we got a guy that people were saying his career might be over. This is his last chance, and Baker came in and he said, "I've been injured, but I'm healthy now, and I'm gonna show everybody what I can do." And he's a finalist for comeback player of the year. Now, I don't know who's going to win it. I don't know who everybody's voting for, but I know who my vote is for comeback player of the year.
All right. You got props.
I know we're talking about.
You got props today.
Awesome.
What is this? What is this?
Oh,
I just wanted to show Baker some love. That's it. But no, I think he came into a situation that was unknown, and he made the best of it. He turned that offense around. They got stagnant sometimes throughout the year, but he made the best of it. And I think it's the right hire. He earned it, and I'm excited to see what happens. Not versus the Bucs, but I think that's a great hire.
So you think you saw a guy who could be an HC right away when you were?
I mean, if that's how they feel, I would have probably given it another year to see what can happen. But with the situation he was put into, the unknown, with Baker playing as great as he did. Like I said, coaching is a big part of that. So we don't know how Baker would have played without Canales. So I think the connection, them seeing what Baker did, because you have to go off what he did this year and what he did prior to this. And if you go off what Baker did prior to this and then compare it to this year, you would connect it to who his offensive coordinator was. So,
okay, Gerald. So let's get to conference championship weekend. And let's start with the elite quarterbacks playing in the NFC Championship game.
Huh? Sorry,
No. I think you can hear me.
Dang it.
I think you can hear me.
All right.
Right?
Yeah,
Come on now. Come on
I was
now.
just making sure.
Come on. Hey, they're in the NFC Championship game, Gerald.
Yeah, Brad Johnson went to the NFC Championship too.
Oh, come on now. Jared Goff has been playing his head off. I mean, that throw, what are you looking at me like that for?
I'm not.
No?
I'm just.
Come on.
Listen, I've been a little under the weather this week, and I don't listen.
No.
I don't know, Rich. I don't know if you played fighting games growing up, or you play Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat. Your health bar goes down as you get beat up a little bit. My health bar is not high enough to handle the onslaught of these fans, so I'm just pleading the fifth.
Please. You've got the health bar to have this conversation.
Oh my gosh!
So, are you genuinely concerned about Brock Purdy's play coming off of Saturday night for real? I mean, even though we did see him
playing,
that's what I've been saying.
Listen, there's a real connection.
Yes,
there's a real connection between Brock Purdy's success and Deebo Samuel playing. His struggles have always been when Deebo not on the field. Now, a lot of people say, "Oh, well, he did this and this during the game when Deebo wasn't in there." Yeah, but it came down to that drive, which, whatever, that's a different story. But without Deebo in the lineup, I get a little nervous. That's all I'm gonna say.
But you can't just whatever away the end of the game, right? I mean, that's when things go down, right?
That was a great drive, and he handled his business. And I'm not worried about Brock Purdy. Let me make that clear. I'm not worried about Brock Purdy, but I'm worried about Deebo not playing because there's just a connection there with him not playing in the offense. What he brings to that offense, it just gets a little stagnant every now and then.
Okay, so that's a headline.
I'm not worried about Brock Purdy. No, I'm not worried about him.
Well, since when? Since when?
I've never been worried about Brock Purdy. All I said is the term elite. There's one word, elite. That is my only thing. I said he was good. He's doing everything necessary, but we make such a big deal about this word elite. I don't care about the word elite. Is he getting it done? Yes, he is. And that's all that matters.
All right.
And the San Francisco 49ers are still my pick to win the Super Bowl. So I don't care how the fans feel because the fans miss all of it. They'll say, "Oh, Gerald's a hater. He don't like Brock Purdy." But they'll completely overlook the fact that I still, from beginning of the season until now, have not changed me picking the 49ers to win it all. So who cares how I feel about an individual player if I'm picking your team to win?
Understood.
I'm just saying.
That makes sense. That makes complete sense.
Everybody's making a big deal about one player, but I'm picking your team to win it. Who cares?
So then you give me the Detroit Lions side of this thing. Because Goff has made some nice throws.
Hey,
come on now. That last one. With the game on the line, he's made some nice throws too.
Whoever's thinking that this is a gimme, you got another thing coming because one thing that team is going to do is they're going to fight. They don't blink and they're biting kneecaps and all that. Whatever metaphor you want to use, that team is a fighting team and they are not coming into play. So anybody who's thinking that they're going to run them out the building, you got another thing coming. This game is going to be close. It's going to be a one-score game.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you, man, this is going to be really good. It's going to come down to, honestly, it's going to come down to who makes the last mistake. That's what it's going to come down to.
And you think
now I would say
yeah,
that secondary is still questionable for the Lions. It's very questionable. They're going to have to put some pressure on Brock Purdy. They're going to have to. If they don't, he's going to light them up.
So you say if my Michigan man doesn't get home, then that'll be a wrap on the Lions season.
They're going to have to because they're going to double team him. He's going to get chipped and stuff, and he plays hard, but he can't do it by himself.
Okay. And the AFC Championship game. Now, those are elite quarterbacks, right?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, well, just want to make sure. Okay, very good.
Yes.
Just want to make sure.
Yes.
I want to make sure.
Both elite quarterbacks.
Where are you leaning on this one?
I'm going Baltimore still. Baltimore and
why is that?
They just more complete team. I just feel like they have the more complete team, and I understand what we just seen versus Buffalo.
You just took and you took the Chiefs too, didn't you? You took the Chiefs.
I picked the Chiefs, yeah.
I know.
Yeah, I picked the Chiefs because Buffalo's secondary and defense was just so beat up. Mahomes and them were good enough to get through that defense. This is a completely different team.
Yeah.
They have a complete defense, not injuries, arguably the best linebacker in football. He's top 2, top 3 linebacker in football. They got the young boy at D-tackle, Matabike. Clowney is having a bounce-back year. The defenses, and Lamar, he just makes the right plays. If you look at Lamar's numbers,
yes,
he's not top 10 in nothing. He's not. But if you look at the plays he's making the right plays, and he makes them at the right time. So that's just more complete team. And I was asked this question on our show. Mm-hmm. Do I believe this defense can take them to the Super Bowl? I said they're good enough to get to the AFC Championship, which they're in. Not good enough to get them to the Super Bowl. And I stand on that, and that's how I feel.
So you got the Ravens and the Niners in the Super Bowl. You'll see them in Vegas. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. Before I let you go, I can't have you show up here without ranking. Right. So Defensive Player of the Year, there's 5 finalists. Uh-huh. I know who you've mentioned on game day morning, who you would give the award to. So I'll have you repeat it here. But it is ranked voting this time around. So if you rank them and there's a possibility that somebody, even if you pick them second place, enough people choose that individual first, they're going to win it. So it's not it's not just one guy gets all the votes. Like they do it sort of like the way baseball does it, right? Chris, doesn't baseball TJ do it like that?
Correct.
Way? Right. Okay.
You're voting 1 through 5 now.
1 through 5 now.
Yeah, that's right.
So the 5 finalists: TJ Watt, Micah Parsons, Myles Garrett, Max Crosby, and Mr. Pick Six on Dallas, Deron Bland.
Yes.
Are the 5 finalists. First question first. Did they get all 5 right? Is there somebody missing that you think should be in the 5 finalists?
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen of the Jaguars, who you chose to win it, right?
Yes.
So you take Deron Bland out and put Josh Allen in?
Yes.
Okay. It's Gerald McCoy right there. That said, who would you choose here as number 1 out of these 5, since the guy that you thought should win it wasn't even named a finalist, which I'm sure pisses him off somewhere in Duval County.
Yeah,
so,
I'm sure. He should be. I have to put Deron Bland at 5 because when I'm talking about Defensive Player of the Year, you got to think about the impact of that player and what the impact they have on their, not just defense, but their team. Mm-hmm. So he goes last to me because I feel like Micah is more of an impact than he is. Micah's at 4 for me.
Okay. Now you got Crosby, Garrett, and Watt.
This is where it gets tough.
This is exactly what I was struggling with.
This is where it sucks because Myles Garrett, his impact on a team is insane. And if you look at when he was dominating, this defense was unquestionably the number 1 defense in the league. His struggles on that span is when the defense started to go down a little bit.
Yes.
So his direct correlation to how he plays and how that defense goes puts him in the running for Defensive Player of the Year. But he did have a drop-off.
Okay. So he's 3?
So I have to put him 3.
And then TJ Watt, I mean, the team is 1-11 when he's in a play. I mean, you want to talk about effect.
Yes, TJ and Max. Max single-handedly kept his defense afloat for half a season. And Max, if he didn't play, that team don't win 4 or 5 more of those games if he's not even on the field.
Antonio Pierce might not even be the coach.
Exactly. So, because the Pittsburgh Steelers literally don't win games without TJ playing.
Yeah.
I have to put him at 1.
Okay.
And Max at 2.
So you give TJ Watt the trophy again?
Yes, but I really want to go Max.
So what are you going to do? You got to do something here.
I'm going to go Max.
Okay.
I'm going to go Max.
You gave TJ his flowers, but you left him at the altar at the very end.
Yeah, I'm going to go Max.
For the Condor.
But TJ, man, like, you can't go wrong. TJ, like, he just so dominant.
I know.
But Max, I'll give this to Max. He went both sides.
Okay.
He played here, he played there. He went inside, he did this, he did that. But TJ's impact on the team, they literally don't win if he's not playing. It's like, if he don't play, they don't win. So it's like, how do you take that from somebody?
All right.
You know, that one was tough. Miles was the guy, but that, when you want to win a finalist award, if you have a drop-off, that matters. You know, and regardless of why it happened, he just, he had that drop-off. So he had that dry spell, those weeks where he just wasn't getting home,
Thanks for the time. Great to see you, Gerald. More tea, lozenges, whatever. You got to get on that plane. Got to be healthy. You got 6 hours. It's a marathon. We're not sprinting on Sunday. Okay? There you go. There you go. And an OU mug.
Yes.
Good to see you. See you soon.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Good times with Gerald McCoy right here on The Rich Eisen Show. Catch The Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.